Hey guys, welcome. Kickstarting this week, we're going to be talking about the ute because we're getting ready for a hell of a lot more adventures. We've actually spent most of the day trying to get this thing organised. As you can see, we've taken the roll cab and the sail pan off, getting ready to mount this rack so I can make the rooftop tent a permanent fixture on the ute, and more adventures more often. Alright, so tomorrow we should be able to get some of the wrapping done and be able to start refitting some of these parts. With any luck, we'll get most, if not all, the job done. We'll see you then. Alrighty, now that we've got some daylight, I thought I'd give it a crack and try and get some work done. But it's been 2 days and we've had nothing but shitty light rain, not even worth having. So as you can see, we haven't gotten very far. But if we look now in daylight, you can sort of see we have taken a fair bit off the back here. As you can see, just sitting over there. We're going to mount this bad boy right here, right up there. Mount the tent on top of that, and that way we're ready for adventure whenever we decide to do it. So let's have a look at what it looks like, at least just sitting there. So before we can actually test mount this thing, looks like I'm going to have to swap over these rails because I reckon they're on upside down. But as you can sort of see over here, we can slide up and down. That way we can make it fit. Otherwise this thing's going to be just hanging on by its fingernails. So looks like we've got a little bit more work ahead of us before we can even try and get this sucker fitted, because the idea is to have this bad boy on with the rest of the goodies on. That way we've got full advantage of the ute. Here he goes. Okay, so we've managed to get the rack on. Well, it's not mounted securely yet, but we've managed to get it fitted. What we're going to do now is drill out a few holes, put a few bolts in. We can mount this tent. Then we are ready at all times to just hit the road and go off on an adventure on our own. Not a little bad way to live, eh? Now for those of you who are trying to keep up with the race car, because obviously we're going to have some shit-hot shenanigans going on with that one very soon. She's out of commission at the moment due to someone trying to dry hump the front of it with an SUV. So you can see there, that's what happens when you don't look where you're going. And instead of going forwards, they end up going backwards. So sadly, we're going to have to wait a couple of weeks for the slow-ass insurance agencies or whoever it is going to come out to assess the damage, hand me a check, and we can get this bad boy back on the road. It's kind of shit. The first crash in this thing wasn't even my fault. Oh well, next time, eh? So that's it for today. Don't forget, tomorrow we've got the beginning of the second week for our high five challenge. So for any of you who have been like me and had a few too many frothies and put on a few kgs, we're starting week 2, so things will be getting a little bit more interesting. Join us tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next Tuesday.